Remember the sheer joy of popping your first bubble? That moment when you first discovered the magic of bubbles, the way they floated effortlessly through the air, shimmering with all the colors of the rainbow. It was as if you had stumbled upon a secret world, a world where the simple act of popping a bubble could bring so much happiness. That satisfying snap as a kid, the feeling of accomplishment, the sudden nothing where something just was. It's a small victory, a moment of triumph that feels monumental in the eyes of a child. Each pop is a testament to our ability to interact with the world around us, to make an impact, however fleeting it may be. It's a universal experience, a shared language of glee that transcends age, culture, and time. From the bustling streets of New York to the serene parks of Tokyo, the joy of popping bubbles is a common thread that connects us all. It's a reminder that, no matter where we come from or what our background is, we all find delight in the simple pleasures of life. But why? What is it about this simple act that captivates us so? Is it the challenge of catching the bubble before it floats away? Or perhaps it's the anticipation, the split second before the bubble bursts, that keeps us coming back for more. There's something almost hypnotic about the way bubbles move, their delicate dance through the air, that draws us in. From the soap suds in a bathtub to the intricate creations of a street artist, bubbles have captivated humans for centuries. Ancient civilizations used bubbles in their rituals and celebrations, seeing them as symbols of life's fleeting beauty. In more recent times, bubbles have become a staple of childhood play, a source of endless entertainment and wonder. Maybe it's the way light dances on their fragile surfaces, or the fleeting moment of their existence. There's a certain magic in the way bubbles catch the light, creating a kaleidoscope of colors that mesmerizes us. And then just as quickly as they appear, they're gone, leaving us with a sense of wonder and a desire to create more. Or perhaps it's the sheer, unadulterated fun of popping them. There's something undeniably satisfying about the act of popping a bubble, a simple pleasure that brings out the child in all of us. It's a moment of pure joy, a break from the stresses of everyday life, a chance to let go and just have fun. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Our fascination with bubbles, particularly the act of popping them, runs deep. It's a fascination that spans generations, a timeless activity that continues to bring joy to people of all ages. Whether you're a child chasing bubbles in the park, or an adult reminiscing about your childhood, the magic of bubbles is something that never fades. It's a journey into the heart of play, a glimpse into our evolutionary past, and a testament to the brain's remarkable ability to find pleasure in the most unexpected places. Studies have shown that the act of popping bubbles activates the brain's pleasure centers, releasing a rush of dopamine that makes us feel happy and satisfied. It's a simple act, but one that has a profound impact on our well-being. So, grab your bubble wand and let's dive into the surprisingly complex world of popping. There's so much more to bubbles than meets the eye, a world of science, art, and pure, unadulterated fun waiting to be explored. So go ahead, blow some bubbles, and let yourself be transported back to a time when the world was full of wonder and every pop was a moment of magic. For children, the world is one giant bubble, full of wonder and waiting to be explored. Each bubble presents a mini mystery. What will it feel like? What sound will it make? Where will it go? The act of popping becomes a tiny act of rebellion, a way of asserting control over their environment. Children are naturally drawn to activities that engage their senses and encourage exploration. Popping bubbles ticks all the boxes. The visual spectacle of shimmering spheres, the anticipation before the pop, the tactile sensation of the burst, and the lingering scent of soap all contribute to a rich sensory experience. This playful interaction with bubbles isn't just about fun and games, it's a crucial part of a child's development. The act of chasing, reaching for, and ultimately popping bubbles helps develop fine motor skills, hand-eye coordination, and spatial awareness. It's through these seemingly insignificant actions that children learn about cause and effect, about the ephemeral nature of things, and about the joy of discovery. And it's not just kids. Adults, too, find something undeniably satisfying in the act of popping. Maybe it's a stressful day at work, and the simple act of bursting a bubble becomes a cathartic release, a moment of control in a world that often feels chaotic. There's a scientific reason behind this feeling of satisfaction. Popping a bubble triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, reward, and motivation. This little dopamine rush is our brain's way of saying, "Good job, that was fun, let's do it again." But it's more than just a chemical reaction. The act of popping can be meditative, a way to focus the mind and release pent-up energy. Think about the popularity of bubble wrap. It's not just about protecting fragile items, it's about the satisfying crunch that comes with each popped bubble, a brief escape from the daily grind. Could our love for popping be more than just a modern quirk? Some evolutionary biologists believe it might be linked to our primal instincts. Imagine our early ancestors foraging for food. The act of cracking open a nut, spearing a fish, or digging up a root. All these actions involve a similar sense of anticipation and release, a satisfying pop that signals success in securing sustenance. While we no longer rely on hunting and gathering for survival, these deeply ingrained instincts might still be hardwired into our brains. Popping a bubble, in a way, could be tapping into that ancient circuitry, providing a mini reward signal that once meant the difference between a good meal and an empty stomach. Section 5. Beyond the fun bubbles and the brain. The simple act of popping a bubble engages more than just our sense of play and our primal instincts. It's a window into the complex workings of our brains, revealing how we process sensory information, make decisions, and experience pleasure. When we see a bubble, our brains instantly begin to predict its trajectory, calculate its fragility, and anticipate the moment of the pop. This rapid-fire processing of visual and spatial information is a testament to the brain's remarkable ability to make sense of the world around us. The act of popping itself triggers a cascade of neural activity. Sensory receptors in our fingertips send signals to the brain, which then releases dopamine and other feel-good chemicals. This intricate interplay of neurons and neurotransmitters highlights the powerful connection between our physical actions and our emotional responses. Section 6. A short history of popping. Our fascination with bubbles isn't just a modern phenomenon. It has a rich and surprisingly long history dating back centuries. From ancient civilizations to the modern day, humans have been captivated by the magic of bubbles. Ancient cave paintings depict early humans blowing bubbles from hollow reeds, suggesting that our fascination with these ephemeral spheres dates back millennia. In ancient Rome, children played with clay pipes dipped in soapy water, creating fleeting moments of joy with each blown bubble. The invention of soap in the 2nd century AD made bubble blowing more accessible, and by the Middle Ages, bubbles had become a popular form of entertainment. Street performers captivated audiences with their bubble-blowing skills, creating intricate shapes and patterns that seemed to defy gravity. The joy of popping bubbles is a truly universal language, transcending cultural boundaries and uniting people of all ages and backgrounds. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the beaches of Rio de Janeiro, bubbles hold a special place in the hearts of people worldwide. In many cultures, bubbles are associated with childhood innocence, joy, and wonder. Children in China chase after bubbles with the same enthusiasm as their counterparts in France, and the sound of laughter is a universal language that accompanies the pop of a bubble. But bubbles are more than just child's play. They are also deeply ingrained in many cultures' traditions and beliefs. In some cultures, bubbles symbolize the fragility of life, while in others, they represent dreams, hopes, and aspirations. The creation of a perfect bubble is an art form in itself, a delicate balance of science and skill. From the simple act of blowing through a straw to the intricate designs of professional bubble artists, the pursuit of the perfect bubble has captivated humans for centuries. The key to a good bubble lies in the solution. While simple soap and water can create bubbles, the addition of glycerin, corn syrup, or other ingredients can enhance their strength, longevity, and even their color. Professional bubble artists take bubble creation to a whole new level. They experiment with different solutions, wands, and techniques, creating giant bubbles, bubble sculptures, and even bubble shows that leave audiences mesmerized. In today's digital age, even bubbles are getting a technological makeover. Virtual reality and augmented reality are opening up new and exciting ways to experience the joy of popping. Imagine putting on a VR headset and stepping into a world filled with virtual bubbles of all shapes, sizes, and colors. You could chase them, pop them, and even create your own bubble masterpieces, all without using a single drop of soap. Augmented reality apps are bringing the magic of bubbles to our everyday lives. Imagine pointing your phone at a park bench and seeing it transform into a bubble-blowing machine, or watching virtual bubbles float out of your coffee cup. There's something truly magical about bubbles. They're a reminder that joy can be found in the simplest of things, that wonder and delight are always within reach. In a world that often feels chaotic and complex, bubbles offer a moment of peace, a brief escape into a world of ephemeral beauty. So, the next time you see a bubble, take a moment to appreciate its fleeting beauty. Watch as the light dances on its surface, marvel at its perfect form. And when you're ready, give in to the temptation and pop it. Because in that satisfying snap, you're not just bursting a bubble, you're connecting with something ancient, primal, and undeniably human. You're tapping into a universal language of joy, and experiencing the simple pleasure of being alive.